Sunday night stream, just chilling out. Just went live on YouTube. We've been kicking it over on Pump Fun for a bit, but yeah, I got some exciting stuff lined up for tonight. Gonna be talking about XEN, blockchain, taking a look at a bunch of different stuff. We'll be playing with DGen and Zendex and Ripperpool and, you know, getting all these different things ready to go. So just hit live over here. So let's make sure. Fun for a bit, but yeah, sounds good. Getting stuff lined up. Awesome. So let's get the tweet out. If you could head over to TreeRoot.City West on X. Stream is live. Actually, what I want to do is we're gonna make this on ChatGPT real quick. Stream is live. Make this into a short tweet for a Pump Fun and YouTube stream. So let me grab these links while ChatGPT's cooking. That's funny. I usually use the red dot or the siren anyway. X1 validator, Ripperpool, XDex, DGen.FYI. We should tag these things. Ripperpool. Diving into the X1 blockchain, including Ripperpool, XDex, and then we got DGen FYI, the homies, Skull Gang, and the legendary. Let's send it. Cool. All right, so grab the YouTube link and the Pump Fun link for GPT-69. Whoa. Pump Fun. All right, cool. I'd like the YouTube to be the preview, but okay. Awesome. And let's go ahead and retweet that on the GPT Twitter and the Root Twitter, and then we'll get started. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. It's kind of a chill day, not too much going on. Did tune into a nice Simple Sunday. Shout out Simple Waters. It's always good. But yeah, we've just been chilling, talking about GPT-69, trying to get this thing bonded. The utility is live, so that's always cool. And then of course, TreeRoot, you know, we've been doing our thing, streaming all weekend. So just hanging out. We're actually dual streaming on Pump Fun. Hopefully that's allowed. Not really sure, but I got both accounts connected and live. So we're on YouTube and 2 different Pump Fun accounts. So that's kind of cool, trying to ride the wave there. And yeah, so let's see. Let me send this link to the Telegram, start a little raid, and then we'll get this thing going. If you weren't there on Pump Fun just a few minutes ago, what's up, Rolando? X1 coming soon, brother. Hell yeah, that's for sure. Let me go start these raids real quick. Raid. Love a good raid. Shout out to CherryBot. CherryBot kind of sucks though, but it works for the raids. Awesome. Hopefully I'm not coughing in your ear all night, but yeah, let's go. Cool. So if you could head over to TreeRoot.City West, give the stream some love here over on X. And yeah, so let's dive right into it. So As you guys know, I am an X1 validator, and one of the perks of running a validator is you continuously earn rewards, and those rewards hit your vote account. So while I was chilling, we were playing on our validator earlier today, and I noticed my vote account had over 1,000 XNT in it. So I just withdrew that XNT from the Burns N, and both of them had it. So we got a lot of XNT to play with. I only took some from one of the validators. So I took 1,000 from the BurnsN.com vote account, and now we got some XNT to play with. Got 1,000. So we might launch a coin on dgen.fyi, then go ahead and bond it, and then maybe do some liquidity on XDEX, and just have some fun. Well, let's see what we can do tonight with all these different things. It'll be interesting. We can pair. I wonder if we can pair our XNT, with the new coin that launches. So let's go test that out. But first, we are running the validator, so I do want to talk about that for a bit. We're running both the BurnsN.com validator and the TreeRoot.City validator, and yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. We're using Gorilla servers. I go through a company called Net Dynamics, and they have some really great deals on VPSs, and kind of my own special thing. I wanted to get something different than Inner Server because so many people are using Inner Server. It's kind of nice to diversify. So like Inner Server is awesome. Don't get me wrong. They have good prices, probably the best prices, but you can see so many people use them. So if they ever have a problem, if they get hacked or they go away, that kind of becomes a centralization risk on the X1 blockchain. So it's awesome to see these different types of companies kind of make it more diversified from the host perspective. So that's good to see. And that's why, I picked a different one. I picked Gorilla Server. And right now you're earning credits, and recently they added the credits over the last 24 hours, and basically there's like a median, and if you're above the average or below it, you'll either be green and red. And if you're red, that means you're falling behind. That means you're not performing as good as the other validators as you should be. So let's see where we're at. If I come down to the Burns N, last few times I've checked it, we've been green. So right now, yeah, we're barely green at 0.23%. Zoom in here a little bit. 0.3%. We're at 412 million credits. Oh no, our pinger's not running. We'll have to check that one out. And we got a nice little stake here. So same with TreeRoot.City. Our pinger is running over here. We're at 0.3%, which means we're good. We're getting blocks. We're improving. So between the two, I got just about 1 billion credits, which isn't that much. When you look, in the grand scheme of things, there's people with 1.4 billion credits in their own validator. So I have about 1 billion between two different validators, which puts me up there. But a lot of these top ones, like look at this guy. Shout out to David, Levi Crack. He's got multiple validators in the top 10. So he's definitely cooking, doing his thing, and keeping X1 safe. Same with ZenPub, Zen Artist, Owl. These are all awesome validator runners securing the network. We're kind of like this big organism just moving as one. So it's a lot of fun, but it's also challenging at times. It moves really fast. When there's an update or something happens, you have to go fast. So what kind of hardware do you need? You need really good hardware. So I'll show you the Net Dynamics that I use. It's basically the same hardware to run a Solana validator. So if you're curious, there's tons of documentation about running a Solana validator, what that looks like, so definitely check that out. But this is the place that I use. They have dedicated, self-managed dedicated servers. So this is what I get. And then so they have some really good ones. So this would be plenty to run a validator. This is the same one I use. So this is an Epic 7551. It's $129 a month, and you get 32 core processor, 256 gigs of RAM, which is more than the recommended specs. And I recommend getting more. Don't just get the bare minimum. You probably could get by with the 128 gig and the 16 cores with the Ryzen 7950X. This is a solid machine. I would rather pay $4 more for more RAM. Although this RAM is better, this is DDR5 versus DDR4 ECC. So that is a trade-off. This is a new machine. I've never seen this one with the DDR5, so that's kind of cool. Same with this one. This is top of the line right here. This is probably the best one you could get. $189 a month. You get 192 DDR5. You get 2 terabyte NVMe with the 16-core processor. That should be plenty. So this is basically the cost, you know. I just recommend these guys. They don't even have like a referral or anything like that. It's what I like to use. So yeah, definitely check out Net Dynamics. They use Gorilla Server, but they buy in bulk from Gorilla Server, so they're a little cheaper. So it works out pretty well. And the guy's super nice. It's a little awkward. You know, it did take like 4 or 5 days to get it spun up, which was like, okay, you know, it is what it is. But I was okay based on what you get for the price, you know. So you kind of get what you pay for. Since it is a little cheaper, it took a couple extra days to set up, but I've never had an issue, and I've been running it for several months now, so it's a good one. And I'm running 2 of them on that service now, so yeah. So I definitely love being a validator. It's a lot of fun. You know, I'm doing it to learn how to do it. You know, obviously, I want to earn rewards, and I want to participate, and I want to, you know, get XNT and play with my XNT when I get it, just like we'll be doing today. So that's kind of the goal of running the X1 validators. If you are interested in running one, I highly recommend joining the X1 validator chat. I can get you that link if you shoot me a DM on Twitter or on Telegram. But also check out Blackbeard's console. I actually have a video on it, but just real quick, over on GitHub, X1 the Black Pearl. So the Black Pearl is a all-in-one console. It's really great. Actually, I could just show you real quick. I was just connected to it. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to go into the X1 console, then I just run the command X1 console, and it's really just that easy to start it. Oops, need the .sh. So once you run the X1 console.sh, it starts the console. It's just going to tell me that my thing's running. So here's my and all that information's public, you know, my identity, the amount of credits I've earned, all this different stuff. So it tells me the health, it's active, it's running, and it's good. I have autopilot turned on, you know, auto restart every 48 hours, auto pinger's active. So I definitely recommend, if you're interested in running a validator, check out my video. I do have a video on Blackbeard's console, how to buy the thing from Net Dynamics and then set up the validator using this. This is much easier. I've done it both ways, you know, setting it up manually. Setting it up manually is a challenge. It's fun to do on a Friday night, probably takes all night. This probably takes less than an hour. So once you get the server, I don't want to say VPS, more of a VDS, dedicated server. Once you get that dedicated server spun up, you get this running, you'll have the validator done in less than an hour. So definitely very cool. You can also connect it to your Telegram account. I receive these messages every couple hours letting me know that, hey, it's doing auto staking, the server's online, it's doing its thing. So it lets me keep up with the validator without. So this is when it rebooted, restarting with autopilot. It's not currently running, waiting. Finally, it came back online by itself. Didn't have to do a single thing. So that was pretty cool. Makes it nice and easy. So yeah, so that's the validator. That's how I got this 1000 XNT. So got some things to do with our XNT. See, previously on other streams, we tested creating our own coins on XDEX and using our own command line stuff. So we had some, you know, some funny ones. We had Frank the Frog, Cockroach token, Potato Vampire, Hashhead token. These are just tests, you know, having fun on XDEX, doing our thing. So now that we have some more XNT, got 1000 XNT to play with, let's go ahead and look at First thing I want to talk about is Ripper Pool. So, yeah, if we go back to that tweet, they actually just spun up their Twitter account. Starting to lose my voice, but they just spun up their Twitter account, and thrilled to announce the launch of XEN Ripper Pool, the first liquid staking protocol on XEN blockchain designed to maximize your yield. Platform automatically suggests the best performing validators through a dynamic vetting and selection process. So basically just auto compounds, gets you the best rewards possible. And in return, you get a liquid staking token that you can take over to XDEX and play with. So I'm going to see if we can pair the liquid staking token and the XDEX with the token that we create on dgen.fyi. So we're about to demonstrate all that today on stream. So let's see what that looks like. Anybody over on Pump Fun? We got 3 people watching on both streams. No one in the chat, but do got a couple people over on YouTube. So shout out to you guys. But yeah, let's get into it. So Ripper Pool. So the website's x1ripper.xyz, and nice minimal website. Love it. Ultimate XEN liquid staking protocol, decentralizing and securing the XEN network. Stake your XNT tokens and receive liquid RXNT. So you stake your XNT and you earn rewards. Then while that's happening, you get this liquid token to play with. And now that's dangerous because you can either go and make more of that liquid token or you lose it. And if you lose that liquid token, you're not able to redeem the XNT. And that's usually why there's a premium, you know, between the native token and the liquid staking token, is because if someone loses their liquid staking token, they're going to have to buy that just to get their XNT back. So you have to be very careful. You know, if you lose the pair, then you won't be able to redeem your stake. Or you can actually get more XNT and then redeem that for XNT stake, which is kind of the cool thing about liquid staking. It basically proves ownership of the staked position. So if you trade and you get someone else's RXNT, then you could redeem that stake. That's a pretty cool thing, but I wonder if it's going to let us pair as a liquid token. That'd be funny. So built in partnership with Black Pearl, Ripper Pool delivers maximum yields with instant unstaking capabilities, supported by XEN Labs. So it's liquid staking, LSD, DeFi integration, instant unstaking. So yeah, let's go check out Ripper Pool. So you can see people are staking, and the price of RXNT is slightly more than the price of XNT. That is interesting. Love the look here. You can see the active leader. You can see the current slots moving. Network's so fast. And so is this website. This website really demonstrates how fast this site actually is. So let's go ahead and let's drop. So it's 1.011 RXNT per XNT. So if I drop in 100, I'm going to get 98.88 back. Now watch how fast this is. So you might get this account not found. That's because it's backpack checking the Solana network, but we're on the XEN network. So we can just ignore this. We hit approve and it's just, okay. Maybe not. Bad demonstration. Yeah, it didn't take my money. Let's try again. Give it the old refresh. I wonder if there's slippage. There might be slippage on that. Let's see. If it doesn't work again, I'll try a smaller amount. Okay, let's try like 10. Maybe we'll do 10. No, plugin closed. Yeah, it's struggling. Interesting. I didn't have any issues the other day when we were testing it. I was able to get right in here and do it. Okay. So that time it let me do 10 right away. So you saw how fast that was. So if I hit 5, do stake, from the time I hit approve to the time I get the check, it's so fast. All right, so now let's go ahead and do like 6. I just want to have an even number. All right, so now we got 20. Perfect. So now that's basically the whole point. So now this is staked. I'll earn rewards for this XNT that's staked. And now if I check backpack, I should have some RXNT that I can go experiment with. So I don't think it shows as the actual token. Yeah, it's gonna show like this. That'd be cool if I could rename it in the wallet. Oh well. So yeah, but here you can see the RXNT balance. We have the tokens in our wallet, and now we can just go play with it. Currently earning 29% APY. We got 979 XNT left over to go play with. And then we got our 20 RXNT to also go play with. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So you can let this cook and it'll just earn your rewards. And then you take that RXNT over to something like XDEX. So XDEX is the official deck. Well, not the official DEX, but it's the first DEX on X1. So shout out to Jason and team, and they're definitely building an awesome product over here. It's been a little while since I've taken a look. So this is the actual, the decentralized swap, the DEX. Has typical tools. You can set slippage, you can set, custom RPCs and Explorer URLs. It'll show you your history once you make some swaps. So if I come in here, does my RXNT show? I'm not sure. Nope, doesn't look like it. But I can, just like any DEX, you come in here, I'll grab that. Can I grab the? I'm not too familiar with backpack, so that's why I'm kind of on the struggle bus here. I'm looking for how to grab the contract address. That's annoying. But if I come back over here, it's right here in the top. So it's kind of cool. They got a vanity address that ends in RIP, RIPP. Yeah, so now I can see my RXNT. And you can actually swap it. So if I wanted, I could just buy. Oh no. So obviously there's some bugs over here. Let's try that again. Not a valid decimal number. Uh-oh. We'll have to submit that as a bug in the Telegram. I wonder if it does that if I do it on the bottom. Yeah. So XDEX working out some bugs, but that's not really what I wanted to test. I want to see what this liquidity looks like. So we can initialize a pool. Can I do RXNT? That would be hilarious. Why does it say go to swap? I'm confused by that. It doesn't want me to do it. That's okay. I kind of expected that one. But yeah, you can. Oh, that's cool. They got the XNT and XNM farming with 40,000 APR, tons of LP deposits. I might actually have some in there in the wallet that has the XNT. That'd be interesting. Cool. And then you can also stake their native token. So the DEX itself has a token called XDEX. And you can grab some XDEX, come over here, stake it, and earn extra XDEX. Valistake, so earn yield on your XNT while helping secure. So the validator staking. Okay, so this is like on-chain staking. So this is actually staking into a validator. So, yeah, and they have theirs. That's perfect. Okay. Are these look like Polish community. It's funny. Is there the burn zone? There we go, burnzone.com. Yeah, there's the logo. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and stake 5 here, see what this looks like. Staking successful. Yeah, and you can see the rewards already. I got 12 XNT staked. Okay, so it does take into account my staking that I already had. So I already had 8 staked in there, and then I just added some more. So that's kind of cool. I like that. It's counting down the epoch. So on mainnet, you'll only be able to do it once per epoch, which is really going to be a couple days, most likely. So this is making you cool off for 5 minutes or whatever, but it's actually going to be days. They also have the token minting over here on XDEX. So you can, I got the SPL token standard, the token 2022 standard. You can just launch, so this is what we did for these guys. We have the hash head, the potato vampire, the TreeRoot.City test. So yeah, we did this live one night. So if I take a look at the portfolio, should be able to see my RX and T and stuff. See what it finds. Yeah, it's got the RXNT, the Ripper staked XNT, the XEN blockchain, Rang the Frog, Hashhead. Actually has the logos too. That's cool. Got the ones that we launched. Oh, that's funny. We launched those via command line, so they don't actually have like a logo or anything set. So that's kind of interesting. And yeah, so this is cool. This is, you know, solid DEX. So they got the documents over here we can check out. Learn about the swap fees, automated market maker, how it compares to Jupiter. This looks like a nice little Git book. We'll have to go through that one day. And of course the Telegram. We're already in the Telegram. What is this? Maybe launch? Interesting. Did we just find something secret? XDEXFi. So yeah, but the main thing I wanted to test out, which should be a little fun, is the dgen.fyi. So this is the token launchpad, and this is live on X1 right on the testnet right now. So we'll be able to launch this. And then I think I have enough testnet XNT to bond it. So let's go and test it out. So we have the Chad launch, which is on Solana. We have the Giga launch, which is on X1. And we have the dgen launch, which is both the dual launch pad, or you can custom. What are the custom? Oh, that's cool. So you can set your own supply, set your own LP lock level. Let's just do the Giga launch, and we'll call it TreeRoot. Give it the ticker root. Excuse me. Grab the old description off of here. branching into new opportunities. Where, oh, where? I forget where. Trying to find where I had all the images and stuff. This will work. Shellboard video, what? We just do like 100 XNT buy. Actually, let's keep it real. We'll do 10. Okay, cool. I'm curious what the shill video is. I need to figure that one out. Token created on X1 Explorer. So this is cool. It takes you right over to the X1 blockchain explorer. You can see the TreeRoot.City token. Nice. It's already got the logo. Man, this shit's so fast. It's so fast. See, we got the cool. So now let's just smash buy over and over. Please switch to X1 testnet. It's fun. So you can see the tokens heating up here. That's cool. Okay, so we're about to graduate this one real quick. Yeah, this looks nice. Curve type, constant product curve, program fee, quote tokens in Solana instead of XNT. Have to fix that one. Need to get the 1 second chart. We only got the 1 minute. It's okay. So what is the... How many XNT does it need to bond? 85. Okay. Let's just pound it. Why'd you go? Yeah, this is funny. Going straight up. So we're getting there. We're almost on fire. I'll turn it up into 10 XNT buys. All right, so we're up to a 29K market cap. One more buy. We should be on fire. Caught fire. All right, so we're on fire. So does that mean we are on the home page? If we come over to here, hey, look at that, TreeRoot.City, right on the front. Let's give it a star. The star doesn't work. That's pretty funny though. Love it. Love to see it. So I want to see it graduate, and then I want to pair. Okay, so the chart stopped moving, but it's letting me buy it, so that's okay. Okay. So up to 37, we got to get it up to 56 graduates it. And there we go. 20 sold by just graduated it. Okay. So now 100%, market cap 74K. Cool. So now if I come over here, it should disappear from here. But if we go to the graduated, there we are. Right next to Google Wife. I'll throw that in the meme chat. Cool. Okay, so now we have our token graduated. So if I go back to Zendex, XDEX, sorry, it's not Zendex, it's XDEX. I go back to XDEX. I should be able to initialize a pool. I need to find the token address. It's right here. That's nice. So I don't understand why it takes me to go to swap. Okay, so it says go to swap, but then what? So fast. So fast. It's awesome. So now that I swapped it, am I able to initialize or? Oh, it's got to be wrapped, right? I think that's why. Okay. I think it does need to be the wrapped XNT. I remember that one from the. Trying to wrap it. Wrap it before I tap it. Boom. So now, if I do... Why does it say go to swap? Might have a little issue here. Here it says initialize pool. Yeah, that's not working, right? That's unfortunate, but that's okay. That's why we're testing it. So, found a couple minor issues with the XDex, but still usable. I mean, we can still swap, you know, do our thing if we need to. But yeah, that's kind of fun though, graduating the token on dgen. Yeah, I mean, this is what X1 is gonna feel like. We're just moving some tokens around, you know, playing with liquidity. Let's see. Good stuff. Good stuff. How long have we been going for? I'm starting to get tired. About 40 minutes. That's pretty good. So yeah, we got our validator going. We got some XNT staking and Ripper pool, which gives us the liquid stake. And then we can take that over to XDex, do some XDex things. Having some minor issues with liquidity and swapping. Not the end of the world, but gonna have to get those figured out before mainnet. I know, what about the Oracle? I know Buddy's working on the Fortiblocks Oracle. I haven't looked at this yet. Oh no. Not good. Also appears to be down. And then, also, shout out to Zen Artist. He's got his X1 validator management. He's doing his thing with this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really all we got going on. I just kind of wanted to come on and talk about some Zen, talk about some X1 stuff. You know, so I got this website called Claim Zen. You can come over here, connect your EVM address if you have some Zen mints and scan them, and then it's going to tell you when your next Zen mint is. And you can actually save that as a Google Calendar file, import that into your phone, and then it gives you alerts anytime you have a Zen mint that's due. So it's definitely saved my butt a few times. As you know, when the Zen mints expire, you do get penalties with those. So you can see it's scanning my 893 VMUs. It'll come through and then show me all my mints. I can sort it. So it looks like I got CoinTool mint due in 10 days, end of September. Got 25 VMUs, 50 VMUs in the next 3 weeks. So yeah, looking at about 100 VMUs in the next 3 weeks. That's kind of cool. You know, just sending them out. Should we mint right now? I bet Gwei's really low. 0.18. Nah, I'm trying to get under like 0. Like under 0.1. Like 0.08. I might send something. But yeah, that's really all I got for tonight. You know, this is kind of the third stream. First one, I just kind of built a computer on stream, just kind of hanging out this morning. I was kind of more bored than anything. And then we streamed the Simple Waters Twitter space, X space, I should say. So that was cool. And then, yeah, now we're just on here talking about Zen and X1. I also updated burnzen.com. So this should be much faster. It's not going to fuck with your CPU. I did take that banner down just because I kind of took a break from this with, you know, all the changes to Base and Ethereum and, you know, EVM kind of falling out of style. You know, it's the project is immutable and it works, but eventually I think one day we'll launch Sparks. I was kind of playing with it, but I did just want to clean the site up, make it a little better, make it a little faster. But yeah, you can see we burned $14,000 worth of Zen on Coinbase, and that's at these prices. That's insane. We've burned over a trillion, or wait, over 600 trillion. That's the total supply. What am I talking about? How much Zen? Here we go. 286.72 trillion. That's insane. And then every time the buy and burn happens, you get 63.13 million. So another thing that's kind of cool is I stopped running the bots for the swap and burn. So if you come over the swap and burn, sometimes you can catch it, and there's actually, you know, some burn Zen in there. Let's see if we got any. Yeah, everyone, that's good. You know, we're clearing out the swap and burn. That's what should happen. Ooh, so here we go, pulse chain. So there's a lot in here. I don't think I have any pulse though. That sucks. I have no pulse on any wallet. Let me see. Where you at, Rolando? Come over to burnzen.com and pull the swap and burn, and you'll get some Zen for free. I have no pulse chain anywhere. Oh, I might on the... That's funny. I won't do that. I do on the deployer wallet, but I'm not going to pull the swap and burn on that. I think I do on here too, though. Hey, look at that. Cool. So I'm going to pull the swap and burn, and then it's going to drain this pool, and I'm going to get 5% of this pool. So also, if we go over to Dex Screener and pull up Xburn on Pulse Chain, we should be able to see a big green candle right now. Problem is there's so little volume over here that it never shows up. Let me see, maybe I just grab the contract real quick. Did we get that though, or is it stuck? No, we got that. So how much PZen did we get? Oops. I need my Rabby. So we got 66 billion pulse chain. That's awesome. What, I have no idea what that's worth. What's PZen going for? 11 bucks? Damn. Someone forgot their PZen. I do have something on Pulse Chain. How do I turn this 11 bucks into 1,000? That's great. What's up, Janet Rakuten? What's up, Tazenian? Talking about Xburn. I just got a free pool on the buy and burn. Anything on Avalanche? No. That was cool. That's kind of the cool thing about Xburn. I wasn't expecting that. I just got 10 bucks of pulse chains then out of nowhere. So we got 1% on the BNB chain. I need a refresh button here. That's something we should add later. Ooh, and we're good on ETH. Damn, 121%. I'm about to pull this one too. Get $1 worth of Zen for 16 cents. Yeah, look at this. So I'm pulling the buy and burn. By doing this, I'm going to burn a bunch of X burn, which is going to cause a big green candle on this chart. Let me see. So right here, we should see a buy here any second. Once this goes through, transaction failed. Uh-oh. We stuck? Oh, maybe that was old. Maybe someone else pulled it. Yeah, it's empty now. Oh, there it was. Yeah, 21 seconds ago. $18. So this bought $18 of X burn. And then so if I refresh this, there should be a little green candle there. Cool. So 35 seconds ago, 500 million Zen bought and burned. And then I get a little portion of that just for calling that. So if I look at my transactions, I think someone got to it before me though. Pending Zen too low. Yeah, someone grabbed that. Looks like a bot front ran me there. Yeah. That's funny. So if I check base real quick, nothing over on base. Optimism. Yeah, these are all clean, which is good. They should be. They should be. I want to see the pools empty. I want to see the Zen being burned. I'm pumped though. I got 11 bucks of pulse chain Zen. That's awesome. I'm excited to come back to this. There's something here. I just need to figure it out still. I'm just not sure what that is yet. I thought it was Sparks, but DeFi, forcing people to provide liquidity. I just don't. I can't do it. I'm too nervous to have people lock up their money and then like get hacked or something. So I'm trying to be very careful there. But I want to do something for Xburn, especially to get that supply down. So yeah. It works though. There's a $18 buy on Zen. How did this happen though? Why didn't I get this? Yeah, this is someone's bot. They're just taking all the Zen. And it's not even just this contract. It does it on a bunch of different contracts using Quasar. Yeah, so they got their dollar worth of ETH. Those fuckers. But the cool thing is that they're actually wasting money because they think they're getting this $18, but the contract's atomic. So it's like it forces that swap before they get to keep that. And then they only get like the dollar of ETH. So they're probably like, what the hell? They just paid a bunch of gas for no reason. But awesome. All right, well, really all I had for this evening. I go eat a little late dinner and see what's happening. But hope you guys have a good Sunday evening. Thanks for coming out. Listen to me talking about X1 and Zendex and DGen and all this fun stuff. We will be back after work tomorrow doing another live stream. We'll be over on Pump Fun. Definitely check out GPT-69. The meme terminal is live. If you hold some GPT-69 or some root token, you'll be able to access the terminal, make some memes. It's an uncensored AI image generation tool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you have a good night and I hope you stay Zen. Peace.